everyone, this is Alpha Somani. We are on chapter number 3, The Princess Behind the Veil. So, first of all, I have to make one thing very clear. I have to clarify that I have been pronouncing Princess Jahanara as Princess Janahara. So, I'm really very sorry for this mistake. It's not Princess Janahara, it's Princess Jahanara. I read it wrong and I have been pronouncing it wrongly. So, you all of you just clarify it in your assignments and in your previous lectures. Okay, it's Princess Jahanara and not Princess Janahara. Okay, children, we have already completed a part of the chapter and we are now doing the exercise. Today we are doing the exercise part of the chapter. So what happens in the chapter? What is this chapter all about? There is a Princess Janahara. Not Princess Janahara, Princess Jahanara. Okay. There's a Princess Jahanara. There's a gardener whose name is Makbul. And this Princess Jahanara, she wants to, what does she want? She wants to visit the city. She is so much excited to see the city life that she disguises herself as a maid. She goes to Makbul, disguised herself as Pannabai. She said, I'm Pannabai, a maid, and I want to visit the city with you. Okay, she does not tell Makbul that she is a princess. She is the princess. She does not tell Makbul about that. She tells him that she wants to visit the city around him. And what is Makbul famous for? He grows very different and very unique variety of roses. She takes one rose always to Princess Jahanara, and Jahanara rewards him for that. Okay. So now Princess Jahanara, she wants to visit the city with Makbul. So Makbul takes him to the city. They both go to the Hanumanji temple. There, Princess Jahanara is so excited to see the temple. She rings all the bells in the temple. When Panditji, the peasant, is in there, he gives her prasad, he gives her the sweets. She eats all of the sweets. She is so excited to see the temple. She's so excited to visit the temple. She is also very excited to see and visit the city life, this life on the streets. She's excited and she's very happy to see the camels. She's happy to see the kites fighting in the sky. Okay, she's so excited to see the very ordinary things, very normal things. She enjoys the bustling life on the streets of Agra. And she's also excited to visit the temple. So when they return to the palace, when they return to the महल पे वापस जब आते हैं वो लोग, then Maqbool is accused of kidnapping the princess. Princess Jahanara was not in the palace, so everyone thought that she has been kidnapped. And when Maqbool comes with the princess, he is accused and he is the commander here, he asks to arrest Maqbool because he thinks that Maqbool has kidnapped the princess. But in actual, Princess Jahanara, she disguised herself and she asked Maqbool to go to the streets, and it was not Maqbool who has kidnapped the princess. So the princess saves Maqbool and she thanks him for the most enjoyable day of her life because she has enjoyed so much on that day. She has enjoyed the ordinary things so much that she thanks Maqbool for the most enjoyable day of her life. Although this princess, who lives a lavish life, who lives a grand life in the palace, who has so many valuable gifts, who has so many friends in the palace, but वो क्या कहती है कि उसका सबसे ज्यादा enjoyable day कौन सा था, which was on the streets, which was on the streets, which was a common day, which was a day of a common life, how a common man lives, how an ordinary person lives. That was the most excitable day of her life. Okay, so and seeing this behavior, seeing this genuine behavior of Pannabai, of Princess Jahanara, Maqbool names a flower after her. Okay, so earlier, the previous day, I had given you an assignment, and let's solve the assignment. So, question number 1. How does Princess behave at the temple? So, how does Princess behave at the temple? She is so excited to visit the temple, she takes the garland from Makbul and she places it on the feet of Hanumanji. She rings all the bells in the temple. When the Panditji he gives him sweets, she pops one in her mouth and she says the sweet is delicious. So she behaves there as if she had come there for the first time. जैसे वो पहली बार आई हो टेम्पल में वो ऐसे बिहेव कर रही थी. How did Makbul find Panna as childish? Why did Makbul find Panna as childish? मकबूल को पन्ना जो है पन्ना बाई वो बच्चों जैसी क्यों लगी? क्यों? Because when Panna stood wide-eyed watching a kite battle in the sky, वो जब पतंगे लड़ा रहे थे लोग आसमान में तो वो उसको देख रही थी जैसे उसको पहली बार देख रही हो, जैसे वो पतंग पहली बार देख रही हो. पन्ना ऐसे देख रही थी तो मकबूल को लगा ये तो बहुत बच्चों जैसी है, क्योंकि वो बहुत एक्साइटेड थी ये सब नई नई चीजें देख के, क्योंकि वो प्रिंसेस है तो उसके लिए ये सारी चीजें बहुत नई हैं. ऑल दिस इज वेरी न्यू फॉर हर. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. What made the people think that Princess Jahanara had been kidnapped? लोगों को ऐसा क्यों लगा कि Princess Jahanara had been kidnapped? Princess Jahanara was missing. Okay, so when both of them returned, when Makbul and who else? Panna returned to the palace, Princess Jahanara was not there. So people thought that she had been kidnapped by Makbul. Okay, so उनको लगा कि Makbul ने उसको kidnap किया है. Okay, let's do the exercise part of it. Tick the correct answer. Question number 1. Makbul was a gardener in the royal gardens of Mughal Emperor. Which Mughal Emperor garden was that in which Makbul was working? He was working in the royal gardens of Shah Jahan. Question number 2. He always sent flowers for the princess. Okay, Makbul always sent flowers to whom? To the princess. Question number 3. The girl who appeared in the dress of maid named herself as Panna Bai. So the girl who came to Makbul and said that she wants to visit the streets of Agra, what did she name herself as? She named herself as Panna Bai. Question number 4. Panna Bai and Makbul visited a temple. They visited the temple of Hanumanji. Okay, B. Fill the blanks with suitable words. Makbul named the pink flower Dawn. Okay, what was the name of the flower which Makbul gave it to him? Makbul named the pink flower as Dawn. The maid came when Makbul sent a rose to the princess. The she rang the bells until the temple echoed with their clanging. तो जिसने तब तक घंटियां बजाई जब तक कि पूरा मंदिर गूंजने नहीं लगा. Fourth one. The commander ordered to arrest the Makbul immediately. Who ordered to arrest the Makbul immediately? The fourth commander. He ordered to arrest the Makbul immediately. Fifth one. Makbul was dashed to see the princess. How was Makbul behaving when he saw the princess Jahanara? He was very happy to see the princess. Let's solve the true and false part of the question answer. First one. Makbul used to give poetic names to his roses. Makbul used to give poetic names to his roses, right? So, yes, true. Makbul used to give poetic names to his roses. That's a true statement. The princess used to take it to the shrine of Saint Salim Chishti. Princess जो है वो सेंट सलीम चिश्ती की श्राइन पे जाती थी? नहीं, कौन जाता था? मकबूल जाता था. So that's a false statement. Third one. Makbul was impressed with the wheeled girl and enjoyed her company. Makbul enjoyed her company? Yes, Makbul enjoyed her company. Makbul was arrested for abducting the Princess Jahanara. Makbul was accused of abducting, of kidnapping Princess Jahanara. Makbul was accused, right? मकबूल पे इल्जाम लगाया गया कि उसने प्रिंसेस जहानारा को किडनैप कर लिया है. So that's a true statement. Fifth one. Princess Jahanara was happy after the tour of the city. Was she happy when Princess Jahanara visited the streets? Was she happy or not? She was very happy to visit the streets of the city. Did the exercise, and let's do the other things as well. So you have to write the summary of the lesson in 10 lines. So you have to write a brief summary of the chapter. So I have told you the summary so many times. Just now I have explained you the important points. So you can write the summary from there. You can write the summary just looking at the points, important points, and you can form the summary in your own words. Okay, there's a princess, there's Maqbool the gardener. The princess visits the city, visits the streets with Maqbool. She likes the busy and hustling life of the streets, and they visit the Hanumanji temple together. She's so excited to see the Hanumanji temple. When they come back, the Maqbool is accused of abducting the princess. Princess Jahanara saves Maqbool, and she thanks him uh, for the visiting the streets of Agra. And also, then afterwards, what happens? Maqbool names a rose or flower after Princess Jahanara because he has once said that once if he sees the princess, he will name a rose after her. So, as now Maqbool has seen the princess, he names the rose after the princess. Okay, next one. Describe the busy streets of Agra in your own words that captivated the heart of Princess Jahanara. Okay, so you know, right? How was the streets of Agra? The streets of Agra were hustling and bustling. There were bullock carts, there were camels, people were traveling on bullock carts. And how was the street life? There were people on the roads were very busy, and there was all traffic on the road. Okay, so you have to explain कि जो आगरा सिटी के जो स्ट्रीट्स थे वो कैसे दिख रहे थे जो जिससे प्रिंसेस जहानारा बहुत एक्साइटेड हुई क्या देख के वो सब चीजें आपको लिखनी है कि आगरा का जो स्ट्रीट था जहाँ पे प्रिंसेस जहानारा गई थी वहां पे उनको क्या क्या अच्छा लगा वो streets कैसे दिख रहे थे okay they were kite fighting on the roads and Princess Jahanara was so excited to see the kite fighting the Hanumanji temple she was very happy to visit the Hanumanji temple so you have to mention the streets of Agra how the streets of Agra was there and what was so special about these streets that Princess Jahanara was so excited to see that. Next one, discuss the events in the story which showed that the Princess Jahanara missed the pleasures of common and ordinary life. Okay, so you know that she was a princess. Princess Jahanara was a princess. She always used to live in the palace. So you have to discuss that. You have to write about the which things she used to miss in the palace. She used to miss the ordinary life in the palace. Okay, how ordinary people live, how common man lives, how common man travels, how common man behaves. So she used to miss that in the palace. So you have to write all about these things. You have to write about the कॉमन लाइफ और ऑर्डिनरी लाइफ कैसी होती है जो प्रिंसेस जहानारा बहुत मिस करती थी पैलेस के अंदर आपको वो सब चीजें लिखनी है कि ऐसी ऐसा आपको किस किस जगह लगा जहाँ पे प्रिंसेस जहानारा ऑर्डिनरी लाइफ जो है वो मिस कर रही थी ऐसा कहाँ कहाँ पे लगा वो आपको लिखना है फॉर एग्जाम्पल उनको मंदिर देख के बहुत अच्छा लगा उनको कैमल्स देख के बहुत अच्छा लगा कैमल्स तो बहुत नॉर्मल सी चीज है ना बट प्रिंसेस जहानारा के लिए वो बहुत एक्साइटिंग था क्योंकि ऐसा उन्होंने कभी नहीं देखा था कैमल्स नहीं देखे थे बुलक कार्ट्स नहीं देखे थे तो इन सब इंस्टेंसेस से इन सब एग्जाम्पल्स से पता चलता है कि प्रिंसेस जहानारा अपनी जो कॉमन लाइफ होती है उसको पैलेस में बहुत मिस करती थी okay and also you have to find such more instances so what you have to do in this question is you have to explain all the events in the story in which it seems that Princess Jahanara she misses the common life. She misses the pleasures of common life. For example, she looks at the kites and she's excited to see the camels, the bullock carts. She visits Hanumanji temple and she is so happy to visit the temple. She behaves in a very childish manner. Okay, so you have to explain all those instances where Princess Jahanara is missing these things, missing the common things of life. Okay, next one. Next one is a diary entry. Okay, what is a diary entry? Diary entry is whatever happens to you in a day, you have to explain it, and it is the diary entry. For example, if I'm writing my diary, it is my diary entry. If you're writing your diary, it is your diary entry. Okay. So, for example, I'm writing my diary. So, first of all, I write a date on the top. Then I write the time when I'm writing the diary entry. And then I explain what has happened to me in the day. आज मेरा दिन कैसा रहा, वो सारा मैं explain करूँगी. For example, today my bua came to my house and she brought sweets for me, and we enjoyed a lot. We clicked so many pictures together. We played Ludo. I was so happy to see Bua after a long time. Like that. You have to explain everything. My mother cooked dal for me, and I completed my homework in time today. And I was so happy to see. I was so happy to do this. I was so happy to do that. I was not happy to do that. Whatever you feel, whatever, however your day was, you have to write that in a diary entry. So for those people, those students who want to improve their language, who want to improve their writing skills, I request all of you that you start writing your diary entry on a regular basis. आप रोज लिखो, एक छोटा सा पैराग्राफ आप रोज लिखो दिन के एंड में, जैसे कि आप 8-9 बजे लिख रहे हो, एंड यू शुड राइट अबाउट आज आपका दिन कैसा गया, आज आपके दिन में क्या क्या हुआ. इंग्लिश गलत होगी उसमें, इंग्लिश सही होगी, डोंट केयर अबाउट दैट. You just try writing. You just try writing in English. Okay, that will improve your English, and I promise you about that will definitely, it is going to improve your writing skills, and it will help you in writing your answers, and it will help you in writing your answers in all the classes. Okay, this is a very good way of improving the English. Okay, so I expect all of you to start writing your diary entries on a regular basis. Okay, रोज आप अपना जो डायरी एंट्री है वो लिखो, मुझे सबमिट करो. इफ यू वांट मी टू चेक इट, अगर आपको चाहिए कि मैं चेक करके बताऊं कि इसमें क्या गलत है क्या सही है, you send me your regular diary entry, whatever it is. Just don't worry about that. The language will be wrong, English will be correct in that, English will be wrong in that. Just try writing and start at least. That will be very helpful to you. So in this diary entry, what you have to do is you have to imagine yourself as Makbool. Okay. आपको imagine करना है कि आप मकबूल हो, and you have to write a diary entry about the day when Princess Jahanara complained you accompanied you to the Hanumanji temple. Imagine करो कि आप मकबूल हो और आपने प्रिंसेस जहानारा के साथ आप हनुमान जी टेम्पल गए हो, तो आपको वो आपका दिन कैसा गुजरा, आपको वो सब लिखना है. Okay, how will you write that? So first of all, what do we write in a diary entry? First of all, we write the day. किस दिन के बारे में हम लिख रहे हैं वो हम लिखते हैं. फिर हम लिखते हैं टाइम, कितने बजे हम ये सब लिख रहे हैं वो लिखते हैं. फिर आप एक्सप्लेन करते हो कि कैसा गया दिन, क्या हो रहा था. तो आप अभी मकबूल हो, आपको इमेजिन करना है कि आप मकबूल हो और आपको आपका दिन आज कैसा गया, आपके साथ आज क्या क्या हुआ, वो सब आपको लिखना है. So let's take an example. Today when I was making a garland to take it to Hanumanji temple, a young girl came to me. So मकबूल इज राइटिंग ऑल दिस. ओके, तो वो क्या कर, वो ऐसे ही लिखेगा ना कि जब आज मैं माला बना रहा था हनुमान जी टेम्पल जाने के लिए, तो एक छोटी लड़की मेरे पास आई. शी आस्क्ड मी इफ आई कुड कम विद इफ शी कुड कम विद मी. उसने मुझसे पूछा वो मेरे साथ चल सकती है क्या. मुझे कोई आइडिया ही नहीं था कि वो प्रिंसेस जहानारा है. ओके, आई हैड नो आइडिया दैट इट वाज प्रिंसेस जहानारा who disguised herself as a maid, जो एक मेड के भेष में आई थी प्रिंसेस जहानारा. Okay, so in that way you have to keep writing that she was excited to visit the streets, she was excited to see the bullock carts, the kites, and the hustle bustle of the streets. She was behaving in a childish manner in the temple. We went to the temple. There she was ringing all the bells in the temple and behaving in a very childish manner. She had come there for the first time, so she was very happy to see that. She was very happy to see the ordinary life of a common person. When we came back to the fort, I was accused of kidnapping her. There were soldiers running in here and there, and when they saw me with Princess Jahanara, they accused me of kidnapping her, and the fort commander arrested me. So like that you have to write, okay? But Princess Jahanara was so good that she saved me from being arrested, that she rescued me from the soldiers, and she said that it was her who requested to come with me and it was not my mistake. She is such a kind lady, and that therefore I have named the flower, I have named a rose after her. Okay, so like that, you can write it in your own words and submit that to me. Okay, you have to submit this whole assignment. Whole assignment means that this one, these all these questions which are marked here, and also the diary entry. Okay, so you have to submit all this and submit it to me on Scholars ERP. I'll be waiting for your assignments and complete it as soon as possible. I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you so much.